What's up everybody, it's Kiyodo and welcome back to another SMT Dx2 video. We're here in the top thousands of random PvP and we're going to be fighting all that we can today. So we're going to be doing quite a few games. I'm going to be using the same comp that I usually use to rank ladder with. And I'm going to show you that it's very different in the top thousands versus it is in like the top 3000s, for example. Because you're going to be seeing a lot more hard counter teams, people with a lot better brands. And people with comps that just pretty much destroy you because they've lab tested this game out and they know that they can beat certain niche comps. Like mine is a niche comp for sure because I know that people aren't using it as much as per se the one-hit kills and the fizz damage teams that are really destroying the PvP meta right now. So there is a lot more thinking involved in this level of PvP, but I'm going to be explaining through it and showing off a variety of comps that you're going to be seeing, and unfortunately there are quite a few of them that are almost carbon copies in the top ranks, and you're gonna have to know how to fight them. So, hope you enjoy the following clips. Okay, let's get it. First game of today. Now, we're starting off in the top thousands, so I feel like we're gonna be definitely running into some teams that we won't be able to beat. And that's because this team is, like, somewhat semi-budget, I want to say, because, I mean, there's two gotcha only demons in my team, but then again, looking at theirs, there's three of them, so 3 is better than 2, right? Actually, that doesn't matter, honestly. We'll beat this type of team. It's the ones that have double stance with Guan Yu that are particularly pretty difficult, although I wouldn't say they're the worst thing either. So let's see here, what do I want to do? Even if I did die for me, they're still going to Sam Recarm. So one of my best bets here is to probably just set up for next turn, which is barrier break. That was a good miss. Sam Recarm wastes the turn. How much HP is that Dai Sojo? 2300, that's pretty standard. People usually put their tankier units at like 2k plus, and then they think that's about suitable. If you go to like 2300, that's about standard. Nothing to worry about here. 2 lucky skips. That is pretty nice. Although that's not going to be helping us that much. We're going to be hitting into null. So this is a relatively weirder comp, but it's not one that will destroy me. It's more of like one that'll just stall me out. Moscato's our only damage dealer. And we're pretty much getting free turns off of the Heka, so that's why I like to keep those ones alive. Plus they die really easily to Alice. No dark coverage. So let's see, what do I want to do here? Can I kill this turn? That's a big maybe. Most likely not. Bam. Gonna have to like hit into this guy, yeah? That's not gonna do enough. Let's see. What am I thinking of now? Probably a heal. Alice not gonna have enough mana either way. We're gonna take him out next turn. Ouchies! Okay. That hurts. But it's not enough to kill, so that's good. Let's see if we can get a lucky skip. One more time. Doesn't matter because they're dead. That's right. Now kill the wrong person. Well, that wasn't planned. About that. Totally was not thinking Ananta was gonna die. They usually focus Trumpeter. Or at least Masa would. Interesting. Oh, what a first game. That last one was actually quite a surpriser because my demons are usually targeted in order from Alice, Trumpeter, Ananta, and then Kin Mammon. So the fact that Ananta got hit before Trumpeter did, even though they are both in kill percentage, it was not what was expected because of that reason. Although, I don't feel like it'll be a huge deal either. Like, looking at this team, they're totally looking for weak points on all 3 types, which would be Zan, Bufu, and Hama, which is pretty crazy. And we can pretty much just nullify whatever they just did by silencing them, so that's what we're gonna do. Take out the barrier, and my Trumpeter's silence is so strong. Oh, look at that. Silent Prayer coming out. Although the Garuda's going first, so I find that kind of weird. In fact, does this even have Silent Prayer? It's gotta be yellow, right? Or clear, I guess, because it's innate. Weird. Weird. So, I thought that they would probably use that to get rid of any ailments, but I guess they're not that smart. Oh, weaknesses too. Even better. Thank you for that. Don't need my support units. Not against fast teams, they're usually squishy. I've been seeing a lot of fast ailment teams out there lately, especially in the top 1000, because I guess they're trying to catch a lot of the Japanese players that aren't covering ailments. Global players tend to cover ailments more often just because that's more our meta before we merged. But I guess not for Japan. I guess they were past that meta by the time we got into it. Either way though, it's like, it's definitely something that people are trying to catch people off guard with. Though, as long as we have Kid Mammon, I feel like we'll be okay with that. And those are kind of like the free wins versus some other teams which might be really, really difficult for us to beat. And this is a weird comp as well. This is one of the weird ones. But double stance with V, pretty powerful. Probably gotta take out the V first. Even though they're not gonna be using that many skills, like if your defense gets cut down, then that could really get you killed. So I like killing the V first. This is the point where we just go ham. Yeah, we have enough for Recharmdra after this. Just in case it doesn't work, not like Alice had any mana anyways. Bam. And I think we're good. Like I said, Alice gets hit first and then Trumpeter. That is the turn order. Or at least the priority for the enemy. So I know who they're gonna hit, like 99% of the time. But you never know. Sometimes they'll go for some weird kill things. Especially if they're both at kill percent. That wipes out that team. Not so bad. I know people were wondering how good my team still performs in the ranking ladder. And to be honest with you, it still works really well. Like, I can still consistently get these 10 streaks. I mean, you do lose some, obviously, because there's more hard counters, because there's just like 10 times the amount of players. But it's not unbeatable. It's actually just fine. You don't have to have these crazy Moscato Guan Yu V setups. You can actually just go with whatever the hell you want, honestly. Offense should be easy enough for you to accomplish. If not, then you probably need to work on your comp. Or your brands, really, because that might be it. I mean, I've been sitting on some really good brands for a while. Silent Prayer is big, but you miss, like, everything. Honestly, a lot of Moscatos miss at least 1 out of the 4 against my team, because I have very high evasion. So it is working really well against them. Now that we have enough for die for me, it's probably going to be... Now that I don't need it, I probably don't even need to use it on a share. I'm just going to go ahead and take out the one guy that covers their weaknesses. Usually with these types of comps, like, I'll take out the Ashera first if it's not silenced or anything. But in these types of cases, it's better to just set up, because they're tanky. They're gonna live through a lot of stuff anyways, you might as well just set up. I do want to keep the mute on them though, so I'm gonna hit them here. Hey, wow, lucky skip. What do you know? It's kind of weird about that because I knew the weak point was going to give me an extra turn. Lucky skip? Nope. Okay. Probably just going to heal here just in case. No reason to, but why the hell not? Get that free turn. It seems not so bad. It's like they're not expecting Alice, who's really meta right now. Looks like I'll have to pass through these. Alice has no mana. Yeah, so these types of comps, I've seen them. Like, I've been wanting to put Ashera on my team for a while as well. I just couldn't figure out how it would fit into a team without losing out on damage or something. Because it's definitely, as you can see here, it's missing out on damage for sure. And once you get stalled down by ailments, there's nothing you can really do about it. So we're just going to take him out. Pretty much systematically right there. Tank teams, not that big of a deal unless they have enough DPS to cover them. We're going to see if we can run into any crazy teams out here that just outright beat us, because I know they exist. They're just in small numbers, because that's like a really hard counter to a lot of teams that don't work, because the meta is insta-kill tanky fizz units, right? Just deal a lot of damage and tank through everything, and then if you die, Recondra, or even double Recondra from your 2 supports. So yeah, because that is the meta right now, a lot of people aren't really building into that. Or not building to beat my team, at least. So they're trying to beat the top teams, at least here in like the top, you know, 1000. These players have pretty much everything besides me, so you have to kind of work around that. We're just gonna kill a lot of people here. Oh, never mind. They're all silenced though, all good. As long as Ananta doesn't die by some dumb mute things, we live. Now that's doing a lot of damage. 150 is like 150 per hit on that multi-hit is actually not too bad in my opinion. When it starts doing like 200, that's when it gets kind of serious. And I'm like short a mana, which really sucks here. So we're gonna have to do this. Yeah. This is a big maybe here. I need to dodge. I need to dodge something. Oh boy. Okay, good thing they're hitting the Kin Mammon though. Oh, come on. Rama hits too? What do you got on that guy? Accuracy? No! No! Alright. Okay, we were playing for a while. We was playing. But now we gotta do this. Death prevention nullified, of course. And you're dead? Okay, at least the V is dead. That is very, very important. And you missed, of course. So I had a bunch of damage on my Kin Mammon to make his Megadola go through Enduring Soul. But this just tends to work out better with evasion, honestly. Okay. Bring it. This is one of those very possible trouble teams that I was talking to you about. They only have ward on Kusanagi, of course, because they want to just one-shot my Ananta. And that's probably what they're going to be able to do. Double stance, so I can't really do much but die for me on them. If I get lucky, I get the lucky skip to Acid Breath them. And that's a big nope. So we're just going to have to do this. We'll have to do this, or we're going to lose. And it's a crit, and he's pretty much dead. Okay. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Remember what I was talking about, those hard counter teams there? This is probably one of them. Although I'd probably switch the Susano with like V, for example, because obviously V is just better. At least more reliable. But that's still a big threat for teams like mine that don't cover the resist force. So I just wanted to point out there are hard counter teams like that. So maybe you want to build your defense teams like that. Pretty good. Works against like some teams. So one of the problems right now is that Intimidating Stance can get pretty hard countered by those units that actually do well against Intimidating Stance, like Ganesha, for example, or they have the new Parvati. So they just give you mana on that first turn, and sometimes like having 7 or 8 mana on turn 1 is really, really deadly. So in that case, especially because Intimidating Stance units are usually made to kill things before they die in like 2 or 3 turns, they usually don't have that much HP, and if they do, they're like lacking damage. So there's like one of those 2 trade-offs there, and that's why having that extra mana from Parvati or Ganesha is like super powerful. I don't know if I'll be able to show it off. I'm still working on a Parvati build that works for my teams, because I usually don't use faster teams. So we're gonna have to see about that. Like currently I've been using medium teams, like medium speed, just because that's what I have. I can build some faster ones, but it takes some investment, and that's what I don't want to do right now. Because I feel like fast teams are nice for like defense, but if you're on like offense especially, or just regular like fighting in general for PvP, you're more reliable with something that can fight all sorts of teams instead of like beat really heavily certain comps, you know, like niche comps really. Let's check out this Guan Yu. Purple, of course you bite. So I'm gonna have to kill your Rama. And it did not have Enduring Soul or anything, which is kinda weird. but we'll deal with it. You dead, Masa? Nope. At least one enduring soul is like what you'd expect on a Masa, right? So at least one enduring soul. Like on defense, I barely see the double endure, but I guess it is possible. Really just look for those auto skills at the beginning of the turn so that you can see if they have a slot taken or not. Because you should know if they have auto or not innately. Let's see. And can't do much here. It's nice that we're using mute instead of the other ailments like bind and charm. I feel like bind and charm aren't as reliable, especially not charm, because a lot of people cover it with null charm. Let's see if we find another team that we can't beat. I know that there are some very specific biker teams that use like kind of weird out of place units, and those ones did beat me before. But I haven't seen them, at least like not in the past day or two. So I guess they like kind of bring them out every so often. And sometimes you see a bunch of those biker teams. But yeah, we haven't had that in a little bit. It's kind of weird how people set their own metas. What should I do here? Should I even die for me? That's a good question. Because this probably has Rekarmdra, right? Oh wait, it's red. That is a question, ain't it? Who to D4M? If I hit him, then I can't get him for sure. But who's to say he doesn't have Samurai Karm? There's most likely going to be Enduring Soul on him. So I'm going to hit that, actually. Yeah, I think that's the best way to go about this. And I try to mute those other two. Good. That didn't work. Oh no! And they got the debuff removed! How dare you! Alright, I'm just gonna pass through these. Oh good, the lucky skip. That's actually what we needed. Because this works out right here. Oh, you didn't even need the second one, but sure, why not? Okay, cool. So bam. Blam. Not gonna do that much damage. We just fought a team like this, right? So I hope we know what we're doing. And bam! Gonna have to start taking out Dai Sojo. That's all we can do right now. I might not even use Apocalypse. Just so I can probably get Heka to hit ourselves. But I have to use it here. So whenever I have 10 mana, I can do the Soul Drain into Apocalypse combo. Not doing too much damage. This is a little bit unfortunate. And I probably do need to heal. That's really bad though. Sure. Alice is probably gonna get targeted first. Yeah. If we do get rid of Masa, it might make things a lot easier. But I kind of want to get rid of everybody else before killing Masa. Okay. Acid Breath. Try to kill off this guy really quick. Or not. Oh no! This is looking like the last one. Oh boy, here we go. Is this the comp that I can't beat? Actually, we can. Actually, it's possible. It's just gonna take a while. Alright. Rekarmdra? You just used Vorpal Blade on Masa, so we can be okay here. I'm wondering, should I even? Okay. Alright. Soul Drain goes off. Hits the Alice, okay, that's good. Only 200 damage. We can maybe possibly do this. It's not gonna happen, never mind. I actually take that back. This is not happening. But it was a good run though. I mean, like, we tried. Hit you. Blam! 74 damage against Masa, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see. This is looking exactly like the last one. Oh boy. Oh, holy moly, that was funny though. This is why I wanted Masa for the longest time, if you guys haven't noticed. Because this comp is actually what I would do. Except maybe take out Dai Sojo and put in Kid Mammon, because I also have to pull that guy. Anyways, that was nice. Holy shit. Found a new hard counter comp.